What's up everybody, it is Lawrence again, and today we have a very special treat. It's called the Vapor Street Peg. And without further ado, here is the Vapor Street Peg SP done in the cargo khaki colorway. So let's start with the upper like we always do. The Pegasus or the Vapor Street Peg is based on the old Vapor Street with the new Pegasus based upper. And so this doesn't necessarily look like the Pegasus 35 Turbo, but it has very, very similar design cues to another shoe that I do have in my collection, which is called the Gyakuso Pegasus 35 Turbo. If you were to look at the lateral sides of the shoe, you can see that the design cues are basically the same. Medial side, much of the same. If you look at the medial side, the patterning looks almost exactly the same as the Gyakuso version, which is kind of cool. But with that said, the Gyakuso is a little bit lighter. It has Zoom X in it, and it also has React. This one only has React. The React Vapor Street was actually released sometime last year in a Flyknit version. This is a version that uses it's kind of like iconic, breathable, clear plasticky type. There is a layer of mesh below that. Typically Nike doesn't do that, so you can see right through, but there is another layer that's over there that you can see all throughout the shoe, and it does have a cage that it's putting in the middle that the Vapor Max 2019 and several other shoes that Nike released in 2019 have in lieu of the fly wire that they normally put there. But there are one big Nike swoosh, little Nike swoosh, another little Nike swoosh, and most of this is done in a predominantly shades of green. This Nike swoosh is done in a felt, and then back here there's fused with a burgundy type color, and there is very Japanese type things on the shoe. So there's a hit of this pinwheel over here that looks like the rising sun. There is, I believe, Japanese lettering over there. I do not know what that says, so if anybody knows, let me know. And finally on the inside, you actually have a cork midsole with also more Japanese branding inside. So that has embossed in there with a silver color. So the upper itself is really breathable, really good. Get into that in a second. This is an all React midsole, and outsole over here has a burgundy purplish type rubber, so lots of rubber over here and little bits of rubber over here. But for the most part, this is a lot of React. You'll feel it on foot almost instantaneously, that bounce that it gives you. It has a really cool tail over here, and that is kind of really it in terms of what this looks like. But striking shoe, not for everybody. A lot of people either love or hate this kind of like a cloggy type thing in the back, but it is what it is. So what are my thoughts on this shoe? The upper, really cool looking. It looks like the Gyakuso version, which is really nice to me. I really like the aesthetic of the different pieces. I actually like it more than the Pegasus 35 Turbo. It's a little bit easier to wear, but it's also striking at the same time. I really like the color blocking of this, but I would say that it's not that comfortable from an upper perspective. The mesh and everything is good, but if you have tried any of the SP versions, like the Zoom Fly SP or any of those made out of this type of like flimsy plastic material, it's kind of crunchy and not really flexible to the foot. It definitely bends, but it's not flexible. It kind of goes back into its shape, and it's more crunchy than it is flexible and kind of nimble. The bottom of the shoe feels amazing, so there's a lot of React. I actually don't know any other shoe that has this much React on the back heel. It's a lot, and you definitely feel it when you're walking. There's also a lot on the forefoot, so both heel striking and everything is super comfortable. The main problem with the shoe from a comfort level perspective, and really the midsole perspective, is it's not that stable. For the most part, if you're walking straight, it's not that noticeable, but when you're trying to make a little bit of lateral movement, you can feel instability in the shoe. This is made to be a casual shoe, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, but it definitely is not the most stable shoe in the world. So that's something to consider when you're buying this shoe, because it's relatively narrow in the back, and obviously it comes to this point over here. And that's it, guys. That is the Vapor Street Peg done in the cargo khaki color. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have any likes about this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you do not like this video, still hit the thumbs up button. And that's it. If you like me, hit the subscribe button, and I can't wait to catch you in the next one. Peace.